Hey, everybody. This is Craig Helm. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Florida with Home for Sale Miami, Florida Incorporated. I'm also an investor, and I also have access to private money. So if you need to buy or sell your home, if you have to sell or buy commercial property, looking for rental property, looking for private money at a decent rate, and also you need to look for property at a wholesale price, a discount, let me know. But this video I'm doing today is actually part two of a series of videos that I did on the VA mortgage process. And I already have part one out there on YouTube already. So if you haven't watched it, it's out there and you can go ahead and view it. But what we're going to do today is finish up with the second part. This is a short video, so it won't take too long. So bear with me here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And you should see the screen one here. And what we're going to do is, oh, there we go. Okay, and as you remember, if you were in the service uh, and you're out of the service, you're still in the service, you're eligible for discounted VA loans, home loans for purchasing your home. And it's something that you want to take advantage of because you earned the benefit. So why not? And I work with buyers out there that are veterans and they're looking for homes, and this is a great way to get them into a home, plus one of decent value and size for their family. So let's go ahead and start the process here. Okay, VA mortgage part two, just like I said. Now, the purpose of this book webinar is to make it easier to understand the process of being able to get a VA loan and what it's all about and what the parameters are and specifics of the loan. And make sure that you being a veteran, you have access to all the benefits that you earn so you can get this underway. Understanding closing cost. Move my icon over here. Understanding costs owed at closing and limits of seller concessions and lead generations for me. That's on my side. Negotiating a successful purpose offer. Dealing with a listing agent that has a property for sale, and I'm representing the buyer who happens to be a veteran looking for a decent home purchase. Then we go into a negotiation process with the seller or the listing agent. And this is for me, this is for the webinar, but you can ask me any questions you want to. So 407-676-4109. Text any questions to that number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with any answers that you're looking for. Mortgage closing costs, what are they? Those are fees paid directly to the lender and other third parties that are part of the transaction in buying a home and closing a loan. Closing costs are the expenses incurred when taken out of the loan, often vary from company to company. They are reflected in itemized form on the loan estimate. So it's always a good idea to shop around and work with a lender, especially one who has done a regular business in VA loans and they'll know exactly what they're doing, or they should know what the heck they're doing. Closing costs in 2021, home buyers spent $3,860 on average nationally. They got a purchase loan for a property. And also in 2021, average purchase fees total 1.01% of the average sales price. And that's according to CoreLogic, 2021 purchase closing cost report, not including transfer taxes or documents on the tax. And those are state taxes that are paid due on the sale of the property. And here are basically what you have. You have origination fees, lender fees, the discount costs, sometimes referred to as a mortgage point appraisal fees, credit report fees, any flood determination fees if your property is subject to any flooding or in the flood zone, a VA funding fee, title insurance, title settlement fees, taxes, and other local state government fees. Those are prorated taxes on the property. Prepaid fees, prepaid interest and homeowners insurance, initial escrow payments, property taxes, and homeowners insurance, pest inspection. That's required based on property location. I live down here in Florida, so yes, you get termite inspections and what they call wood damaging insects. Property survey required based on property location, and additional inspections based on each individual property on a case by case basis. Now the loan estimate, this is what would be on the costs incurred on the loan estimate, and your loan person or your mortgage person will go over these costs with you. So always have your notepad handy and write down any of your questions that you have. And like I said, if you had any questions from me, I could find out for you. I have access to lenders in my database that I consult that I know. Didn't know for a while, and I'd done business with them. So feel free to, again, if you're not sure, ask me and I'll find out for you. Sellers can, this is a good thing too, sellers can contribute up to 4% of the lesser of the appraised value or purchase price towards service members' closing costs and prepaid items. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Prepaid items, that could be anything from a riding mower purchase or even a golf cart. So you want to get around, be able to get around and you can get one of these, get a golf cart and it's covered. Pretty cool. And just for information here, I have available the VA, what they call the handbook, lender's handbook, and it has information that might be of interest to you. It is big, just to let you know, but it is in PDF format. It is easily searchable, but it's over 600 pages. You know, typical government, everything's big. Okay, this is a typical scenario. And you have a service member objection to buying a home. This is somebody. This is if I'm dealing directly with the buyer, and he may want to hold off on looking at homes. He says his lease isn't up for another 4 months, and he doesn't want to get over his head with double housing payments. But the response to that, me being their trusted agent, said, "I completely understand your concern. Did you know when using your VA home loan benefit, I could try and negotiate on your behalf that the seller contribute a credit at closing to buy out the remaining term of your rental lease?" This is something very important and should be brought up if the respective service member is currently leasing a home. So that's something to keep on the side there and make a note of this for yourself if you're in this situation. Scenario number 2. This is a generation objection here. Says, I think I'm going to hold off and looking at homes right now. I have some debts that I want to take some time to pay down to feel more comfortable budget-wise about making my future mortgage payment. Of course, my response to that would be, I completely understand your concern. Did you know when using your VA home loan benefits, I can try and negotiate on your behalf and that the seller contribute a credit at closing that will go towards paying off some of the debts that you are concerned with? Also something to make a note of here. And then negotiating a successful purchase offer using the VA financing. The service member, when considering to make an offer on a home they just viewed, wow, this home is great and the yard is huge. I think I might have to upgrade my push lawnmower. What? Excuse me there. That's going to be a cost I wasn't planning on. Now, me being the trusted agent and come to save the day here, yes, the yard is definitely big, and I might have a solution to the out-of-pocket cost for a riding lawnmower. Did you know that I can try and negotiate on your behalf that the seller cover the cost of a riding lawnmower at the time of closing? Also something to make a note of. or your lawn or your golf cart. Same thing. And also, surface member when considering to make an offer on a home they just viewed. And again, I love this home, but it worries me that it doesn't have hurricane shutters. I know with the recent weather events, my insurance company would probably prefer me to have them too. And this is especially down here in Florida, respectively around the coast and in the interior as well, because hurricanes do move across the peninsula. And in my response to that, to save the day again, I completely understand your concern, but did you know that I can try and negotiate on your behalf that the seller give you a credit at closing towards the purchase of a hurricane shutters for this home? Another good thing to make a note of. And then I was talking about this earlier, the handbook guide to sellers concessions. That's in the handbook that I can send you on request. It's a PDF file, and you can go through it and search through it. And if you search through seller concessions, it will take you to that section. I think it's 8.12 or something like that. Yeah, chapter 12 here. And it will discuss the concessions in greater detail for you. And of course, there's a whole ton of other information in this guidebook that may or may not be useful for you. But it's there if you want it. And you can also download it from the internet. So do a search for VA handbook guide to seller handbook guide to the VA loan program, or this VA handbook guide for lenders. You get the same thing, or I can send it to you. Just let me know. I can do that too. Okay, now we have listing agent objections. This is where I'm actually dealing with the seller's agent who has listed a property, and I have a buyer who wants to buy the property. And oops, what's the pass here? Listing agent. Okay, thank you for presenting your offer, but VA loans take too long to close. And my seller is looking for a 30 days or less closing date. And my response to that is, I appreciate you getting back to me, but I believe you have some misinformation about VA loans. All VA loans are not the same. It is the lender that funds the loan at closing, not the VA. So closing is based on the lender's turn times. The lender that I work with can close this loan in 30 days, sometimes less than that even. In fact, they can make it a point of having preliminary loan disclosures signed up front at the time of underwritten pre-approval, so that the VA appraisal can be ordered on day one of loan production, as to not slow down any of the loan process. Now, that's usually what the slowdown is in any financing, is the good old appraisal. So if we get that done early, then everything else should be, barring any issues or whatever, should be relatively smooth and from then on out. Second objection, listing agent. And it says, thank you for presenting your offer. That's from me, my buyers that I'm representing. But my seller and I have concerns about the stability of this VA pre-approval. Is there a reason your buyer is not putting any money as a down payment? Always a good question. And the answer to that is, I appreciate you getting back to me. I understand your concern, but my veterans home buyer is choosing not to put any money down closing because they earned that loan option through their time of service. Also, did you know that statistically VA home loans outperform FHA conventional loans because they have a different set of qualification standards to make sure the veteran is getting right fit into a home. This should do away with any objections that the listing agent has and get this thing rolling for you. Now, another fact of a matter of fact here concerning the loans is the delinquency rate on the VA loans is pretty low versus FHA, and it almost down to the point just above conventional. In fact, it actually tracks. If you look at the purple line there, it actually tracks along with the conventional, and then it goes up a little bit, 6.1%, which is still outperforming the FHA typical loan. And that's it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell there. Thank you for attending. If you want any more information about the loan process and or want to get your hands on that big PDF file, it's not real big. It's probably a couple meg, but I can send that to you or send you the link to it. And then you can go search it through it for the, the seller concessions, and there's more detail in the PDF doc. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing now. Down here, yep, stop sharing. And that's it. And thank you for watching this brief webinar. It's part two. And if you haven't seen part one, it's on my YouTube channel, Central Florida Real Estate, and I could send you the link to that as well. And what I can do is I'm going to put this. This is a brand new production here, so I'm going to put this on YouTube right away, and also on my Facebook page as well. Craig Helm with Home for Sale Miami, Florida Facebook page. I'm also on LinkedIn too, and I'll also put that on there as well. But if you're looking for a home, any place in the state, I can also refer business out to other agents in the area. We do business across the entire state. The office is based in Miami, South Beach, Florida. But they do, like I said, they do business over the entire state, buy, sell, commercial, rent, rental portal. And like I said, any questions, give me a call at that number above me, or text anytime between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday, and I'll be glad to handle any questions you have. Other than that, have yourself a great Friday tomorrow, and have yourself a great weekend. Don't work too hard. Enjoy yourself. Take it easy. Some of you guys have been working out there hard. Relax and do those things you like doing. Do those, pursue those hobbies. Maybe throw the clubs in the car and head for the golf course. And I'll be producing more of these videos as time goes on. And just stay tuned to the Central Florida Real Estate channel. And I'll be talking to you later. Take care and bye for now.